back with Keith in the Streets. I'm down here with a day at the Civic here in East Cleveland, my hometown, your own town, and for people who are from around here, we lovingly call the place EC. I'm here with the president of AIM, James Jones, and the vice president, Anthony Hill. And we're just going to sit down and talk a little bit about the AIM movement. You know, I'm all in support of all movements that are promoting positive things in our community. So good morning to both of you.
Good morning. Good morning.
So while we're sitting here, and I was speaking to you earlier, tell us a little bit about the AIM movement for those who have not heard of it yet.
The AIM movement is called All In Movement, and basically it's just a group of people from certain parts of the city. The majority of us is from East Cleveland, but some of us are from outside of East Cleveland, and we're just trying to actually help our communities, and to the point where we can actually give back towards people who can't help themselves, and also help other people that's helping themselves.
Right.
And then to the point, we want to get to the point where we can go past just Cleveland, Ohio,
right.
Cuyahoga County, Northeast Ohio, travel out of state, even across seas in the future, you know.
Makes sense to me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So right now what we're doing is we're just getting everything under our belt, getting some experience as far as what we're doing, because a lot of us don't have experience. I know I don't have experience in actually doing what we're doing, but I'm gaining experience in what we're doing. So to me, AIM right now is just, at this exact moment, it's just for the community and for Northeast Ohio and for supporting us, because without supporting us, there will be no us no more, in my eyes.
Excellent. And Anthony, as far as the all-in movement, you know, what does the all-in movement mean? What does that mean to you?
Well, when we came up with the all-in movement, we were basically going back and forth on a messenger, and when the idea came across and we agreed on the name, to me it was that we are all in with each other.
Right.
And from his take of it to my take of it, it was more or less that when we do things for our community, when we do things for each other as a community, for ourselves, it's things that no one will step in and do for us, or people are stepping or waiting for people to step in and do for us, things that we need to be doing for ourselves.
Absolutely.
So All In came along in my mind as, like, I guess the same as each one teach one.
Okay.
When one of us comes up and we get together, we form the group, we go out and we do things. The things that we do, we want to make it to as where when you see us, that you so impressed by what we do, you want to be involved.
Okay.
And you want to become all in. And then when you see some people out and we get together again, the bigger we get, the more we have to give to our own communities. And we had interviews before, and it was more or less that nobody gives to African American communities, and in most cases not African Americans, taking care of themselves. So our main goal and mission is to take our initiative and show people how to take care of self.
Absolutely. And so here today, all right? We out here. I see you got bouncy houses, you've got booths set up, the face paint, and most importantly, more than anything, the free HIV testing, which I think is perfect.
Yes.
As you set up this right here, because I seen before in the past you were doing the food giveaways to the women's shelter, right? So what made you decide to do something different this time to basically open up the Civic and make this sort of a community organized event?
Actually, in the first ever video that we did, I did say, you know, with the majority of us being from East Cleveland, I wanted to do something for the city of East Cleveland, because East Cleveland, in my eyes, really isn't recognized like Cleveland and the surrounding areas of Cleveland. So the idea of what's going on today as we speak is actually Mamie's
Baby.
baby. Yes,
Okay.
it's her baby. Mamie.
Social Phenom.
Yeah, Social
put this
Phenom.
together and
Yeah.
AIM just
And when you say
collaborated.
Mamie, you're referring to
Mamie Green.
Okay.
Yeah, and basically, like once we got past the first feeding, you know, this idea came upon, and it was in her head, like it was her baby, and what we did was we basically explained to Mamie that whatever you want to do, because she's a part of AIM also. She's our marketer. So whatever you want to do, just let us know. Whatever you need us to do, just let us know.
Right.
So basically, say I don't want to use this reference, but we were the clip to her AK-47. You know, that's the best way I can.
I
use the
understand that,
reference,
but I understand that. Yeah.
So yeah, this is actually Mamie's baby. Like on the banner, you'll see where it's Social Phenom and it's AIM on top
Right.
of the banner, because this is hers, and then we here to collaborate with her. So
Social Phenom is a separate entity in itself,
Yes.
but
Mhm.
you're all collaborating together.
Yes.
Is that right? Okay.
Yep.
So because I seen that on the banner, and so yeah, so just so everybody knows, a Social Phenom. When you hear Social Phenom, just know that all AIM, the All In movement, is connected with social media.
Affiliated, yeah.
Oh,
Right.
yes, oh, yes.
Right. So when you talking to one, you're talking to the other.
Yes.
Mhm.
All right, so in the future, do you have any plans to do some other things that people should be looking out for?
Oh yes, we're gonna still continue doing the feeding at the shelters, the
Okay.
men's shelters too. We do both shelters. And we're gonna still continue to do that. But we want to do what, back to school events?
Back to school events. We want to get in the community,
Yes.
in the community
Cleanups.
centers. We want to beautify the neighborhoods. We want to do any kind of community service that would take this city and make it any better. No matter how small or how major, anything we can do to improve the condition of our own living
Right.
is our goal.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, doing the actual feedings for the shelter. That's just something that that's gonna
Yeah.
be in a monthly rotation. But
Other events.
yeah, other events, like huge events, like this is the hugest event to date for AIM to be a part of.
Right.
But as far as our own social event, when it comes to that, we're basically, once today is over with and everybody can just breathe and stretch and say, high five, we did it.
Yeah.
Right.
Then we're gonna plan, like, okay, what's
What's
next?
next?
What's
Right.
next?
And what can we do to
Yeah.
top today?
Yeah, and not even top, but more so just say, okay, where else can we go? What other part of the city
Yeah.
can we go
Right.
and actually help? Because summer is flying quick. So back to school is already going through my mind.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and I've seen the company I work for, I travel the city a lot. So I actually see a lot of things like, okay, if I want to communicate with this company, I can, because I want to do something for back to school. So probably sometime in August, before school
Yeah, it's
starts
going
back.
to be early August.
Yeah, we gonna try and get something together.
Okay. So for everybody that's watching this video, you know, because we're gonna put it out on Twitter and Google Plus, Instagram, we're gonna put all the information out there. How can people get in contact with the All In movement? How can they get in contact with you two?
You can personally contact with me. I'm on Facebook. My name is James Jones. My phone number, if I don't answer because I'm at work, you can leave a message or text me, but my phone number is area code 216-860-6925. I do look at text messages and I do check my voicemail. And we also have a page on, yeah, we have a YouTube page. It's called AIM Cleveland. Oh, it's just AIM. It's just AIM.
That's fine.
And I wanted to wait to after this because I just wanted to do it later, but I am gonna start up the Instagram page, and we have an AIM page too. Is it
The Facebook game.
Yeah, the AIM, the Facebook. We have a fan page. I want to say it's AIM East Cleveland, Cleveland. I think it's that AIM East Cleveland, Cleveland, or AIM Cleveland, East Cleveland. Just look up one of them. It's one of them.
And I just want to tell everybody that's out there, if you're looking for a cause to get behind, no donation is too small or too big. They're accepting donations. They give away food. They give away clothing. You want to be part of this, especially if you're part of East Cleveland or an East Cleveland or Shaw High alum. You should get behind the AIM movement.
And your time is way more valuable
Time
than
is
anything you can
time
do.
is valuable. Time is valuable, and and we need to support our community. Because myself, I'm an East Cleveland alumni as well. My parents still stay in East Cleveland. You know, so my siblings came through the school system, so I got a general love for East Cleveland as well. But I would like to let you two gentlemen know that during this tumultuous time where race relations are at an all-time high, I hear a lot of people scream about Black Power and, you know, we should do this, and they dislike, you know, other races of people, and it's the movement has turned into sort of a hate thing. But for me, I believe that as a community, we need to do more action to take care of our community than all of this talking. There's just so much talking, so much posting about it, but nobody ever wants to do anything. So I get behind all the movements, anybody that's positive that actually wants to do something to change the community, rather than people that are just yelling and screaming, saying, oh, we're being treated. So just like you said, we want to help people who can't help themselves, and then have them help other people who cannot help themselves.
And I want to say, like, I was one of those people at one point that used to just complain and vent, go on social media, say what you got to say. But it's like now, I'm just at the point, I'm like, Nike, just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it, flat out. A lot of people come up to me like, man, I'm proud of what you're doing. I was thinking about doing something like that. Don't think about it. Don't even tell nobody about it. Just do it, and don't accept no accolades from it. Just accept, know that your blessings is gonna be there regardless. Just do it. Just get it off your chest. Do what you got to do. Because if it wasn't for me putting the post up about actually feeding the less fortunate, we wouldn't be here right now.
Right.
So for me to actually put that post up and to see where we're actually going with it and how it's going, it's going up. It's going up. Every event we do is going up. Every event that we're part of is going up. So, you know, I tell all, even though I'm the president, he's the vice president, because the first meeting we ever had, it was me and him. The second meeting we had, it was me and him. And I told him, like, me and him clicked just so instantly. Like, we on two different pages to a degree, but when it comes to what we see, what we're involved in, we have a great understanding. But when it comes to AIM, as far as our board, I'm no greater than him, my treasurer, the overseer, the marketer. I'm no better than none of them. None of them. We vote for everything. If we agree with it, we do it. If we don't agree with it, we don't do it. We have an issue right now about the logo. You know, and I mean, but it's positive energy towards each other. So with it being positive energy, that, you know, I love it. I love them all. Like, they my brothers and sisters, and we all young kings and queens. So we can't do nothing but get no better than where we at right now.
Yeah, that's what I want to speak on. When you say, a lot of people confuse Black Power with hatred for white folks or other races or whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. When people say that, it kind of rattles me, because any other race,
Right.
they show love for each other, they show support for each other,
Exactly.
and they will get out and do things for each other in major ways.
my point.
But when we do it for each other, we're ganging up and we're putting a mindset together to try to ruin people who have sat back and ruined us, or sat back and watched us ruin ourselves due to their devices, and call us the ones who hate.
Right.
When I go to my Instagram, when I post on Facebook or whatever the case may be, you will see me or my children or my wife here and there. But for the most part, all my stuff is positive Black messages, it's uplifting, it's for our community, it's for our people. And if I do speak of anybody outside of our race, particularly Europeans, it's to explain a situation that is a fact, not a thought, not a feeling. It is a fact. So it's not me stepping on someone, it's me showing my folk the traps that they fall into, and majority of the time is really just to show Black people that they are worthy, that they are beautiful, and where we come from and who we have been. And I spoke to a guy yesterday. He was telling me that he don't want to think about his past. All he want to think about is his future. I said, if you don't know where you've been, if you don't know who you are, your future will be nothing. Because if you don't know what you came from, you will never get to where you want to be. And Black people need to understand that everything that you know, everything that you see comes from us. And when we are the people who are the ones who are downtrodden, and we try to step together and bring each other back together, that is not hate for another race. That is nothing but love amongst ourselves. So it's not to be disrespectful to anybody outside of us, but until we get ourselves together, until we build ourselves up, then we don't even stand a chance to compete with anybody outside of us. We don't stand a chance to show love and respect to someone outside of us until we get our own house clean. So when that happens, then we'll worry about the tears and the feelings of others. Because just as harsh as I can say something about them, I come in my own people's hearts, because we need to make changes amongst ourselves first.
Right.
So my messages at a whole is black love, black support, and ways to see the trap. And if you take that as me hating you, I can shoulder that as long as it needs to be done. I can drink a jar of white tears. But in the end and all I care about is my people first, and then we'll worry about everybody else second.
And that, it will be the final note, comment. Excellent. First of all, let me say thank you too for sitting down with me. Thank you for inviting me. Support the All In movement. And remember, this is Keith in the Streets, and if it's happening in the streets, Keith will be there. See you soon.
Aim high.
So how long you been with AIM?
Since it began, since we started from packing the lunches and doing the homeless giveaway, so I've been there since the beginning.
Well, so, okay, you've been there since the beginning. And we've already heard about, you know, what's their goals and things like that. What do you want to see AIM do in the future? You have any visions or something you want to see from AIM?
Just what we do, I wanted to expand, like grow larger.
Okay.
Like from the giving away the food, I wanted to be larger than what we're doing just at the men's shelter or the women's shelter. So just whatever we're doing, I just wanted to grow, expand. That's basically it.
Okay. And so for this movement, which like I spoke to before, how we support positive movements and positivity in the community, how can people get involved? What do you think the best method to get involved? Would it be social media, the contact AIM, or are you just, you know, emails? What would you suggest?
I think social media is fine, because we have an AIM page, and that's how we get most of our supporters, our volunteers. Like we had the ones today, they hear about it on social media. So I think that's our best, you know, avenue of getting communication out of what we're doing in future events.
All right, so we're gonna keep our ears to the streets. That's what Keith in the Streets does. I appreciate you giving me this time. All right, we're gonna get back over here. I'm gonna let you get back to work. Oh, and also, you were in your uniform earlier today, right?
Yes.
You were and what were you doing in the uniform today?
I was doing the career breakfast, talking to the children about what I do in the Army Reserve, and also on the civilian side as a classroom interventionist. Just talking to them and asking them what do they want to be, and, you know, telling them, you know, they can be whatever they want to be, start getting goals, get their 110%. So.
And that's what we like to hear.